Well, good afternoon. I kind of lost track of time there for a second. I got so busy doing a couple of things, and I said, "Oh my goodness!" I looked at the timer. I said, "Oh, let me get on here real quick." Um, Again, I told you I would be coming back on a little bit later, and I wanted to do this and get this out of the way and share this with you so that we can go from there. So we wait. I normally come on at least 5 minutes ahead of time, but I was looking at the clock and looking at it the wrong way and thinking that I had all of this time, and I didn't have all of this time. So, uh, you know, I'm grateful to God. I see those of you who are coming on, and so thank you for uh, sharing with us on this afternoon. Good afternoon, Carletta. How are you? And for those that'll be coming on in just a little bit, I just wanted to kind of share a couple of things with you. Linda, good afternoon to you. Thank you so much for being here. You can share if you would like. Just want to kind of get a little mm, heads up, figure out what we do, all that kind of stuff to go from there. Cecile, how are you? Erica, bless you. Thank you so much for asking. Rhonda, thank you for being with us on this afternoon. And Winnie, bless you. Thank you so much. I'm feeling actually fine. Um, it's just going through the process and make yeah, all is well. There's no need in complaining. You just kind of find yourself in a situation where you didn't think you'd be in, but you're here, and as the word of the Lord says, all of it works together for good to them that love God and are the called according to His purpose. But I want to share and impart some information with you. That is more important than anything else. As Carletta knows, I'm going to put my disclaimer out here that I am not a prophet, but I do operate in a level of prophetic ministry, and I just need. 3 years ago, we began this journey. 3 years ago, um, many people kind of ignored it, and we really didn't have adequate help in understanding it because it was so new. Not realizing, Ida, how are you? How deadly it became and still is. And in case you're wondering what I'm talking about, I'm gonna talk about the virus. I'm gonna talk about that. I have to talk about that. So for 3 years, I have been plugging away at this. Hey, Pat. For 3 years, I have been arguing. For 3 years, I have been encouraging. For 3 years, I've been getting on people's nerves and doing whatever is necessary to get your attention to understand the crises that we're in. I understand clearly that guidelines and things have been eliminated in some areas, reduced to an unbelievable level. But I want us to think about this for just a moment. If things were as good as they say they are, why is it when you go to the doctor? Why is it when you go to the hospital? There's certain protocol you got to follow. There's a reason behind it. And the reason is because healthcare workers understand clearly what this thing is. They understand, they've seen it up close and personal. And so I want to talk about this. XBB. XBB is a derivative from BA2. It is, it is an amazing thing about this is that this has been in the United States for a couple of weeks. No one paid it any attention because there was so much other chatter out here dealing with all of the other stuff, the January 6th and this, that, and the other, this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. Dr. Fauci left off the scene, which basically left us without a clear, Lavonda, how are you? Without a clear voice, one voice, instead of there being a multitude of voices that, for the most part, they probably really don't have a clue what they're dealing with, but yet still they were there. As you know, I contracted COVID. I never thought I would have, doing all the precautions, boosted out the gazoo. And I believe the reason I'm in the condition that I'm in now, as well as it is because just about a month ago, yeah, I got the other vaccine, and as soon as the new one comes out, I'm going to get that too. People are suffering, and I'm going to tell you how how cloaked this virus is for me. I thought I had a sinus infection. That's what it was. All of the things that I heard other people having, I did not have. And so it wouldn't go away. And I said, okay, well, let me, because I had brought tests with me for um, the state convention. And what I did on that Tuesday after the convention was over with, I tested myself because for whatever reason, this thing had masked itself. Because you got to remember, climate changed drastically, went from warm to cold, blah, blah. So, what's the first thing you do? You think it's a cold, you think it's the flu, you think it's something else. You really don't. You really don't know what it is until you test yourself. And then once, hey, Debbie, and then when you test yourself, that's when you find out. And so, with that being said, I'm really concerned, especially in the area of RSV. In case you don't know what that is, that is a virus that is attacking children, babies. As a matter of fact, many of our hospitals, pediatric hospitals, are filled to capacity with babies and children. Of course, you don't hear that. You have to read the articles. You have to do more than look at on MSNBC or CNN or Fox or whatever. You got to read. And in the midst of reading, I began to find out that this XBB is treacherous, and RSV is taking its toll on our babies. What am I saying? Hey, Doe, how are you? What am I saying? We're not having worship in the building on Sunday morning. From what I understand, um, it's this thing is adding more people to it. I'm not going to tell you who they are. They contacted me, and once I got that information, I made a decision. I'm upset that I have to shut the building down. I'm upset that we can't come together. I'm upset. I mean, I'm really bent out of shape because God is doing something, but I also know God is doing something, and so as the shepherd of Union, it is my responsibility to protect the sheep. And so, with all of that being said, excuse me, if you have not been boosted, you need to. I've talked to members who are finally going to get the third one. I'm up to number five. I believe it's number five. It's either number four or number five. I cannot remember. When the BA.4/5 came out, I made sure that I got that for the, and I believe the reason I'm as well off as I am right now is because of that. Now you got to wait so long once you've contracted it, and you got to wait so long after you've been around somebody. Talk to your healthcare provider because sometimes one says one thing, one says another. You need to follow the guide of your healthcare provider, your primary physician, nurse practitioner, whatever the case may be. And when the time allows itself, if you haven't been exposed to anybody, please, 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 please get that shot. Probably around about the middle to the end of November, we're going to see a surge. We're going to see a surge. You can't get the vaccine? Okay, then here's what you need to do, Ida, because there are people who cannot. Here's what you need to do. You need to make sure that you wash your hands more than you have ever washed before, that you social distance. I don't really care what anybody thinks or how they feel or how they look at you. Carletta's posting some stuff in here that's going to help you. And so, what you have to remember that the life you save may be yours or somebody else's because you can be asymptomatic and don't know it. Okay. This is important. And the medication that I'm taking now, I had to go through this litany of whatever I had to go through before they prescribed it. They prescribed it like Carletta had told me. It's nasty. It's just, but it does the work. So here's what I'm saying. If you cannot take the vaccine, take precautions. Wear your mask. Anything that you can do to keep your hands clean, sanitized, that's what you do. Because I'm praying for the children because they're not really sure. This is what happened to Legend. I'm not really sure what the effects of children are going to be behind this. And so all I'm saying to you, and please get this out, please share this with other people. If you love them, if you love them, that's right. N95, KN95 mask. For those of you that's wearing them little cute cloth things and all of that, that is not good enough. What we do at the Union Church is we have KN95 masks. We make sure we have given away masks and sanitizer and stuff, and we're getting ready to do the same thing again. Okay, and the thing that has to be understood: if you have any pre-existing conditions, and don't get mad at me when I say them, smoking, excess weight, obesity, you're on medications, and that's the reason why you need to talk to your primary care physician so you can make sure you know what you can and can't do. And you know what? I wouldn't step out here like this. Yeah, I get Moderna as well. That's the one that I get. I wouldn't step out here like this if I didn't care about one, my family, number two, my church family, and number three, the rest of you that I consider to be family. I'm going to be dealing with this. Thank be to God. I don't have any major issues. Thank be to God. I don't have any respiratory issues. Thank be to God that all is well with me, considering the fact that I'm still positive. But here's what you have to understand: the reason we're going to get hit like we are, statistics have shown that the majority of the people in this nation have gotten the first shot and one booster only, which means they are not prepared for the mutations that continue to happen over and over and over and over again. It'll probably be 3 to 5 years before they can actually come up with a shot similar to the flu shot. But until they are able to get a handle on this mutation, we're going to need to do what we need to do. I'm not saying that you turn into hermits. I'm not saying that you don't go out and enjoy life, because you can, but you have to do it in moderation, and you have to do it with precautions. I understand that they say you can take your mask off and do all of that. That's up to you. I'm suggesting that you stay masked, that you stay sanitized, and that you do what you need to do for social distancing. We are a loving and hugging people, but we just gonna have to lay off of that stuff for a little bit because you just don't know. I'm gonna come back. What's today? Friday. I don't know when it's gonna be because we will be preaching from the man cave. I'm just not comfortable, and it's in my spirit that I'm not comfortable to bring us together because I know who I know, but I'm not sure of who I don't know, who may think all they have is a cold, or maybe they think they have the flu. And I'm going to say this because of that, people may feel that they are okay, and they just might not be. And so, appreciate that, Carletta. I'm trying to keep us out of the ERs. I'm trying to keep us out of the emergency room ERs, and then I'm trying to keep us out of the cemeteries. And I know to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord, but we don't want to expedite that. And I know I got some folk that's gonna get bent out. Everybody else's doors is open. Everybody else is doing it. Ain't nobody else doing what you're doing. I'm tired of you. I'm just gonna go someplace where I can be in the sanctuary. Listen, I'm not upset about that at all. You do what you feel you need to do. But as for me and 528, these are the procedures that I have to take. This is the conviction that I have. I've wrestled with the fact that maybe some of the conditions that we were in was because we came together for the state. I don't know. I don't know because of the time period. So I had to deal with that. And then the Lord told me, I need to calm that down. I was like, okay, I don't like to make decisions that put people in harm's way. Is Carletta giving shots? She's on here. I have no clue. Okay. She is of age. She can speak for herself. That's a Bible terminology. And so all I'm saying is, see, Debbie, just think it could have been worse if you had not vaccinated. And I know I get on people's nerves, and I know people don't like me for it. I'm okay with that. You don't have to. But if I can keep you alive, if I can keep you healthy, and I'm not taking the place of God, and I'm not taking the place of practitioners and doctors, what I am trying to do is keep you as healthy as we can, considering the conditions that we are in, because this is not over by a long shot. We're going back inside now, which means this virus now is going to breed like wildfire because it needs a host to survive. Okay. And so all I'm saying is, and there, Carletta just let you know what was what. We're going to continue to pray. We're going to continue to believe God. I'm going to continue to sing this song because this horse ain't dead yet. So I'm going to keep beating it because I'd rather for the horse to die than for you to die. I hope I didn't take up too much of your time. I hope I didn't waste your time because there will be people who will be watching this later on. But I'm telling you something. If I didn't care or if I didn't love you, we do and whatever happens. That's just not me. Listen, thank you for your prayers. I appreciate it. The truth of the matter is, I'm really doing well. I'm really doing what God has done a miraculous thing, and the vaccines have been the protection. And so, all I'm saying is, let's go on and live. Let's live. Let's live and enjoy life, and don't allow this lackadaisical attitude cause us to end up in an ER or on a ventilator or in front of me in the sanctuary or the funeral home because I got to say goodbye to you. Listen, and I love you. I love you. I'm telling you, I love you. And I just want you to stay well. And I want you to take care of yourself and take care of your family. Y'all be blessed. I got to go. I'm got to get me something to eat. I'm hungry. So that tells you that I'm doing just fine. Y'all have a fantastic Friday, and I will holler at you later. May God bless you and keep you. Don't forget. Oh, I forgot. Don't forget. Instead of wearing pink, of course, you ain't gonna do that this Sunday. We're gonna go to the next Sunday, the fifth Sunday. Don't forget that we got the trunk or treat coming up, and don't forget there's something else. Oh, the paint and sip. They're working that out so that you'll be able to get what you need if you do this. Cecile, I believe that they have sent yours to you. You should get it this weekend. For others, y'all work it out so that you can pick this up. All of this stuff is virtual. It ain't gonna hurt anybody. People are working it out. Katrina is working it out. People are working it out to make sure that you get what you need when you need it so we can continue to enjoy one another, even if it has to be virtual. Y'all take care. Be blessed. Have a good one. Talk to you later. May God bless you and keep you is our prayer.